Afternoon, everybody. It's not even morning. It's good afternoon. I wanted to come in really quick and give you a quick Dr. Boyce daily update on the stock market. A lot of you saw that the stock market took a little bit of a dip today, and I want to give you some profit alerts that will help you to navigate what's coming up and, kind of wonder, could there be a recession? Is this something to worry about? Is this much ado about nothing? So anyway, as you come in, please hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe if you have not done that yet. And also, if you want to receive a free copy of my training, How to Make Money Without Working, pull out your phone, text the word money, MONEY, to 87948. Text money to 87948. Stick around to the end of the video. I'll give you some stocks you can invest in that'll help you get ahead. All right. So here's what I want to do in terms of this profit alert. For this profit alert, I want to talk about what happened today and how I tend to respond to dips. My philosophy on investing is I tend to buy the dips. The reason I buy the dips is because as a finance professor who's gone through, tons and tons of data on the stock market, I can tell you without question that the data pretty much says that buying the dip on a broad portfolio of stocks is the best way to overcome a temporary decline. Most declines don't last forever. But they do happen, and sometimes they're hard to stomach. So I was out buying dips. I went shopping, and actually I started making money really quickly because a lot of times the market tends to overreact. And so why did the market dip today? Well, a big part of the reason the market dipped had to do with Walmart. Walmart had a weak economic outlook. They beat the earnings expectations, actually. They delivered 66 cents per share versus 64 cents, which was expected. And so that's pretty good, right? They made $180 billion in revenue in one freaking quarter. How crazy is that? But what they did was they gave a really cautious forecast for fiscal year 2026. They pretty much said that they expect sales growth of 3 to 4%, as opposed to 3.5 to 5.5%, which is what Walmart expected, or what the analysts expected. So as a result, Walmart stock took a little bit of a tumble. So what I'm going to do is give you just sort of a foreshadowing of what I'm going to say. I'm buying Walmart stock. I'm buying Walmart. Walmart's down. It's in the dip. And I'm just letting you guys know, just because I want everybody who's black and intelligent should be buying stock. Even if you're white and intelligent, I don't care if you're black, white, Asian, or whatever, you should be buying stock. I talk to black people though, because y'all the ones who really need y'all need black wealth experts. So because black wealth is not the same as white wealth, but at the same time, I don't discriminate against anybody. We do have a DEI program, and I do let people in. With that being said, Walmart, I think, is a tremendous buy because Walmart took a little bit of a dip. I don't know how far it dipped today, though. It might have actually recovered. If it did, I might have missed an opportunity. So let me see if I can look and see where the stock is. It might have actually literally recovered from its entire drop, which would suck. Okay, no, it didn't. Okay, great. It dropped 6.5% today. It's down to $97.21 per share. And what I'm gonna try to do is maybe share my screen, but I can't. You know what? I would share it, but it will waste your time. So let me just say, I like Walmart. I like Walmart. I like Walmart. This is not investing advice, but I like Walmart. I like Walmart. I like Walmart. Why do I like Walmart? Why do you keep repeating yourself, Boyce? I don't know. Let me explain. I like Walmart a lot because Walmart is a company that is going to keep making money during a recession. Walmart knows how to make that bread even when you have your last nickel in your pocket. You think about why do you go to Walmart when you're broke? You go there when you're broke because there's still hope for you. There's still hope that you can buy something, even if you got 45 cents in your pocket. So Walmart's a special stock, right? It's a beautiful company. It gives you a lot of opportunities on the upside, and it's a company that has done really well in terms of making money. If you look at the history of Walmart, the last year, the stock has returned 65.8%. That's kind of crazy. That's a warning sign, though, because that means that it could have a long way to fall. But if you were a consistent investor in Walmart, you would have made a ton of money. If you'd have been investing in Walmart consistently for the last 5 years, you would have tripled your money. You would have sorry, not tripled. Scratch that. You would have more than doubled your money. You would have got a 150% ROI. You could have bought the shares for about 40 in the beginning 5 years ago. Now they're trading almost at 100. So Walmart is just one of those behemoths that knows how to make money. And I'm a big fan of Walmart. I love what they do. And so let me give you some other things happening in the economy that you may want to worry about and kind of think about. Not worry. I'm not telling you to worry, but this is what the market is thinking about. One, there's an issue with tariffs. As you know, Trump has talked a lot about tariffs. Tariffs have the upside of protecting local industries. I think a lot of local jobs get created from tariffs, right? It was getting rid of tariffs that killed a lot of the manufacturing bases in Milwaukee and Gary, Indiana, and Toledo, Ohio, and Detroit. However, The downside of tariffs is that they can be inflationary. They can push the prices of goods up. They can slow down international trade. And remember, a lot of the goods that are sold also have inputs that the producer has to buy. So the producer is also a consumer to some extent. They buy these inputs in order to make the output. So it's really a complex situation. So even though Trump makes it simple and says, I'm going to put tariffs, I'm going to put tariffs on Mexico, and put tariffs on Canada, I'm put tariffs on everybody. It's not as simple as you think. And I really don't think that he's going to like all the results that he gets from the tariffs, because most economics experts will tell you that tariffs are not good for global GDP. But however, the reason I'm not totally mad about the idea of tariffs is because sometimes you can sacrifice global GDP to help the working man or the working woman. If I could drop US GDP by 10% in exchange for an increase of 10% in the minimum wage, I would do that in a second, right? Because just because America's making money, which America's very good at making money, that doesn't mean everybody's making money. Do you follow what I'm saying? Do you all get what I'm saying? Just because we say, well, all of America's better and the GDP is higher and the economy is doing great, that don't mean everybody's doing great. Because y'all know what I'm talking about. You remember during the pandemic, they were like, oh my God, the economy's booming. And so, well, it was booming if you own stock. It was booming if you own real estate. It was booming if you owned a business. It wasn't booming if you were an employee. It wasn't booming if you were a consumer, right? So really, this is one of the reasons why I consistently beg you on behalf of your children to make sure you're consistent stock investors. You know, you were raised to chase jobs and chase careers, but you should have been chasing wealth, because chasing a job and chasing wealth are not the same thing. Chasing a job and chasing wealth are not the same thing. So chase wealth, don't chase the job. Cut out the middleman. All right, so let me keep going here. Let me give you some more things going on in the economy. So Walmart's what they give guidance for 2026, it's pretty much what pulled the market down. So the market dropped quite a bit. And this could be the beginning of more. Now the market's kind of waiting to see like what the other retailers are going to say. So Walmart is kind of a bellwether. So since the stock dropped down today, there's kind of a cautious tone that hits the other retail giants, which was they were already kind of nervous. So the question is what, in terms of what catalyst could continue, could continue to drop this market. Well, if other big companies come along and they say, yeah, we see what Walmart's seeing. Yeah, things don't look good for us too. Then that could be a real problem. That could really pull things down. Remember when you see a dip, I told you guys my philosophy on investing is I buy the dip. And the only reason I buy the dip is because I'm a long-term investor. I'm thinking about Walmart not as something I'm going to sell next Tuesday. I think of Walmart as something I'm going to give to my grandkids, right? So when you're thinking long-term, you won't remember today. You won't remember this week. You'll barely remember this year. When it's 2042, you're not going to remember a whole lot about 2024. And so ultimately, that having that long-term perspective is what really matters. Now, there's also kind of a fatigue that they said kind of in the tech sector that's sort of happening. NVIDIA is going to release earnings next week, I think February 26th. That's a big deal because of what happened with DeepSeek and the question of whether or not all that money that they're spending on AI is worth it. If NVIDIA comes in with crunchy numbers, if their numbers come in kind of sloppy, kind of wobbly, then expect the market to take another nosedive. That could be a big problem if that occurs. If you believe that's going to happen, then maybe that's a chance to make some money. Maybe you buy some put options on NVIDIA or some other stock in the tech sector and make some money off that. It's up to you to decide how you want to play that. Also, Walmart's drop can tie to issues related to a potential recession worry. So retail sales dropped by 0.9%. So consumer sentiment is shaky. So consumers are not feeling confident. Consumers are not feeling as bold as they might have felt before. So if the jobs data on February 21st, tomorrow, is bad, then that could be another catalyst that pulls the market down. But let me tell you, though, remember the Federal Reserve steps in and all they pretty much do is they jump in and they fix everything. So they kind of rig the whole game for rich people. This is not a free market economy. Don't ever think that it is. This is a rigged economy. This is no different from a state-driven China, almost like what China does, like we claim like we're different from China. We have free markets. No, we don't. We don't. The Fed steps in. They'll lower interest rates if the recession hits, and then the market will rally once those interest rates are reduced. That's kind of how we do things because we have fiat money, and fiat money is pretty much worthless. It's just a bunch of pieces of paper that are backed by full faith in the U.S. government. that should make you nervous. If that makes you nervous, it probably should. So if that bothers you, then maybe you want to own some other assets that are a little more real. You own some gold, you own some Bitcoin, you own some maybe some stocks and real estate, because things like that tend to go up in value as your currency drops in value. The dollar's not going to collapse tomorrow, so stop listening to conspiracy theories. But there is a concern that we tend to get a little bit happy and jumpy when it comes to manipulating the economy. Now, do me a favor, tomorrow morning, to remind you, actually, I forgot. Yeah, tomorrow I can't do money in the morning, our money class that we do every single day. I was gonna invite you guys tomorrow, but I can't because I'm gonna be on an airplane and I can't do my class from an airplane. So please forgive me. And holy shit, excuse my French. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. I gotta tell my team that that I am flying tomorrow and I can't make anything tomorrow. That's crazy. Let me, y'all gotta, can y'all, I know it's ghetto, but I gotta really tell them. Okay, I just realized I have to fly in the morning, so I can't make class. Okay. So if you want to join our morning class, take a second and get your phone out and text the word morning to the number 87948, or go to drboyceelevate.com and you'll like the class. It's called Money in the Morning. It's the art of economic or financial consciousness, economic elevation. That's what we train on. And I know you guys are going to like it because I guarantee you that if you become more financially conscious, you will find that money tends to lead itself into your pocket. And it's very important to kind of understand how that works. So what I'll do is look at a couple of your questions really quick, and we'll and then we'll kind of bounce out for today. Okay. All right, guys. So let me see here. Let me hop up in here and see what I can say. I said I saw. Okay. So thank you, Dr. Flipmo, for your patience. I appreciate that. By the way, this podcast is on Spotify. So if you go to Spotify and look up my name, you can find me there. CNBC says Walmart is starting to go after higher income shoppers. Yeah, they are. They are. I don't know if they're going to pull it off, but I think they're probably a little bit jealous of Target, because Target, they became Target and they became kind of like the upscale Walmart, basically. So I don't know if it's going to work, but I do go to Walmart a lot, and I noticed that they do have like nicer stuff. Like my dream when I was broke, my big dream when I had no money was literally like to have enough money that I could go into Walmart and buy whatever I want. Like I could get $200 worth of stuff and not even have to look at the total. That was my dream. Or to go to the movies and get the $5 popcorn, the $5 drink, and then get like a bag of Twizzlers and maybe even like some food to go with it, like some nachos or something, or a hot dog, and not don't judge me. Sorry. And then not have to worry about the cost. Like that was all I had. That was my only financial dream. My money doesn't mean that much to me, to be honest with you, but money is a type of power, right? Money can allow you to do things. It can allow you to move things out of the way. It can allow you to do the things that are going to help your mental health. So I would encourage you to, get some money so you can sort of enjoy your life a little bit better. Michael says, February 11, 2025, you did the morning stock class. I was lacking. Could we run that back? I'll buy it right now, please. If you want to join our stock class, just go to drboycestockmarket.com and you can join us. It's a stock market investors club, and the first month is 100% totally free. So feel free to go to drboycestockmarket.com. That class has been around for about 10 years. Everyone loves it, and I know you'll love it too. I wrote my dissertation on the stock market, so I teach a little bit differently from everyone else. There's a lot of people that say that they understand the stock market, but it's like the difference between somebody who can drive a car versus somebody who was a NASCAR driver / mechanic / engineer who could design a car, right? Like it's like a whole different level of understanding. So there's a lot of dynamics that go into the creation of a stock price that most people will never understand. But I think it's important to understand that so that you're not surprised when certain things happen. Now, let me see here. Michael says that's a huge discount. Yeah, well, good. I'm glad you like the discount. Yeah, the first month is totally free. It costs you nothing. So try it the first month. Is OKLO still a buy? I'm not going to tell you that it's a buy, but I am going to tell you that I'm buying more. And in fact, actually, now that you mention it, I'm going to go buy some more OKLO. OKLO it became a little bit like a meme stock. It's an energy company that Sam Altman was invested in. I bought it because Altman was involved with it. And it's made me like tens of thousands of dollars since I bought into it. I told you guys about it when we first looked at it. Now it's about 42 something. I think we started talking about it when it was about 18 or 19. And OKLO took a dip today. And as I'm looking at OKLO now, it looks like it's down just a tiny bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and buy me some more shares of OKLO. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. All right. So here we go. Preview order. All right. So I just bought me some more shares of OKLO. OKLO is one of my favorite stocks. If you like to sell options on a stock, OKLO is a great stock for selling options with it. The ticker symbol is OKLO, OKLO. And I'm not telling you what to buy. I don't give investing advice, but that's what I'm buying myself. And so anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a good night. I didn't want to take much of your time. I just want to come in for a few minutes. And I just want to remind you, if you want to join us in class, just text the word morning to the number 87948. Also, you can get an autographed copy of my book, The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power. We decided to offer that for a good price. The regular price for an autographed copy is $40. You can get a copy for $8. But all I ask is that you consider being part of our Each One Teach One process. Our Each One Teach One is where if you have extra money around, if you have $100 or whatever, buy like a bunch of copies and give them away to the kids in the neighborhood, right? We have to educate our own kids. We got to educate our own people. Those folks at those public schools are not going to do it. They're not going to introduce them to these concepts. I'm seen as dangerous, and I don't know why. I think I'm a nice guy. I went to public schools. I taught at Syracuse. What makes me dangerous is that I love Black people and I love my community. That's what makes them afraid of me. So if you want to return the favor, again, you can buy that book for $8, and I'll sign it for you. Our middle child, Nicole, will ship it, package it, and ship it to your house, and it'll have my signature in there. If you want to even make it into a business, you could take that $8 book, resell it. I know you probably have friends that know who Dr. Boyce Watkins is, and you could say, I've got autographed copies of Dr. Boyce Watkins' book. We're going to have a book club, and I'm going to give everybody a copy, but you got to pay $30 for your book. That's okay. Let them, they should pay you something for your time and your energy, right? So it's fine to do that. Like I'm not going to get mad about that, right? So feel free to take a look. So you can go to 10commandments.boycewatkins.com if you want to take a look at the offer. And there's the URL on the screen, Queen Todd, just 10commandments.boycewatkins.com. And just that's something I just thought about, and I hope that you'll consider being a part of that, because my goal is to create an educational system for all of us, for our people. And I really believe that we can do that, but we have to work at it. So I don't teach any students. I only teach teachers. So I would like for you to become a teacher. So anyway, let's see here. Don says, can you get your money out easily? In the stock market? Yes, you can. In the stock market, you can sell as fast as you purchase. It just buy like S&P 500 companies. That's what you want to stick with. You don't want to go with these shifty, shady companies like your cousin says, buy this stock and it's only a nickel. Well, a lot of times those are what they call pink sheet stocks, or when they give you a crypto, where the crypto is only 25 cents. That's not really an investment. You're kind of gambling at that point. It's okay to gamble. Everyone does it sometimes. Maybe I do sometimes, but gambling is not the same as investing. So if you want to be an investor, consistent investor, do something good for your kids, get them some ownership in Walmart, get them some ownership in Amazon, get them some ownership in Microsoft, get them some ownership in Ford, get them some ownership in great American companies that know how to make money. And if you don't have all the money that you want, that's okay. You're going to probably make, everybody in this room is probably going to make at least $500,000 or more over the next decade. And most of you in this room are going to make tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. The number will be even higher if you are an investor. I guarantee you that. But even if you don't invest, you're going to make a ton. You're going to make money. You're going to spend a ton of money. If I was to take all the money that you spent on fast food, going out to eat, going on trips, going to the movies, or anything that you do with your spare time, your car note, whatever it is, I bet you it would be a pretty large amount of money. So I would say, do that for the family, do that for the kids. Just add the stock investments as part of your regular routine. Don't change anything. Just make sure you're taking care of you first. You matter. Your family matters. Your kids matter. Nobody else matters more than your kids. So handle that. So again, if you want to get discounted copies of my book, you don't have to buy. You can only buy one. You can buy one if you want to for $8. But if you want to buy like 20 of them while the sale is going, feel free to do that. We'll print them out. I'll sign them all. My hand is tired because I've signed thousands of books because you guys have really responded strongly. So feel free to do that. Make it into a business. Right? If this is your jam, if this is your thing, I encourage you, let's go into business together. Let's do this damn thing. We are Black. We are powerful. We can do anything we want. I ain't waiting for massa to do nothing for me. I don't think you should either. So anyway, that's it, guys. I'm out of here. How do you start investing? If you go to blackwealthmasterplan.com, that'll introduce you to the $5 a day program. That's blackwealthmasterplan.com. Or you can go to drboystockmarket.com. There's beginner stuff in there as well. What do I think about Broadcom? I like Broadcom. I like that company. I see you've asked about it a couple of times, Jackie, so I apologize for not getting your question. But yeah, I do like Broadcom a lot. Yeah, dollar cost average Alejandro is a great way to Alejandrina. I'm sorry. Alejandrina. Did I say that right? Alejandrina Eduardo. What a great name. Let's see here. How did you just buy OKLO? It's after hours limit price. Yes, Jen. I made an order inside E-Trade, and after hours, you can put up a limit price, which is the max that you're willing to pay. And then as soon as the market opens, they execute your order. Let's see here. What stock did you pick? I think today I bought some of Walmart and OKLO. Those are the two that I picked. If you're in the stock market program, I put a list of other stocks under what Dr. Boyce is buying. So feel free to look at that. Let's see here. Who do you suggest I start with to purchase stock? I'm new to this. Well, Danielle, let me tell you, you could do one thing and get rich in 20 years. If you do one thing, if you open up a Robinhood account and you consistently invest in a mutual fund like SPY or VOO, Sierra Papa Yankee or Victor Oscar Oscar, and you just put like say $100 a week or $50 a week or whatever you can afford into that account, and you don't sell, then in 15 to 20 years, you'll have more money than most of your friends. It's very easy to do. You don't have to know anything about investing. I guarantee you. Let's see here. Can't wait to join you in Miami. Yeah, Kim, I can't wait to see you there as well. The Miami trip is coming. I only invited members of Money in the Morning in our morning class because I kind of want people there that kind of know what we're trying to do. I want serious people there that have been introduced to these ideas. I know that sometimes they want you to. I had people tell me like, you got to be more relevant. You got to connect to the general population. And I'm like, no, I don't really want to do that. I'm not like those, you ever see those preachers that start like rapping just so they can like be relatable to everybody, or they start doing Kendrick Lamar dances. I saw this pastor doing a Kendrick Lamar dance and he looks so ridiculous. And I'm like, just be who the heck you are. Like, to me, if you're in church, you're supposed to be about God. You ain't supposed to be about hip hop. If you're in church, I'm not hating on it. Don't get me wrong, but that's a pet peeve of mine is when you see somebody, and this happens a lot in our community. I think it happens in a lot of communities, but you'll see people that are in their 50s acting like teenagers trying to relate to a 20-year-old. I'm not a 20-year-old. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm 53, and I'm proud to be 53. I'm going to be a damn 53-year-old, and I'm going to share perspectives that come from the mind of a 53-year-old college professor, not from a 20-year-old with no education. I know they put the uneducated people in the front. I know that they put the buffoonery out there for everybody to see, but I'm not here to imitate buffoons. A king does not imitate the clown. So if that means that fewer people are going to relate to what I'm doing, that's okay. And maybe they'll grow up. Maybe they'll eventually see it. You can't tell me that we're wrong because I got the data supporting this. I've told you the stock market is the #1 wealth builder in the history of the world. So if you are black and you want money, then you should know about the stock market. I know more about the stock market than 99.9% of all people on this planet. I wrote a whole freaking dissertation on this topic at the Ohio State University. So don't play with me. I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing that. So that's where I am. So that's it. So anyway, am I coming to Houston? Not anytime soon. We're gonna do the convention later, and that's it. And we're also gonna do something in Tulsa for Black Wall Street. That's out of respect for the people in the Greenwood section of Oklahoma. Let's see. Yeah, SPY and VOO. Absolutely. Those are two that you can get started with. And literally a person could just stick with those two stocks and just do that for the next 20 years and be wealthier than somebody who doesn't invest. That's how crazy it is. Like, you would really think like you got to be able to jump around and dabble and move around and do this and do that. You don't have to do all that when it comes to stocks. You literally could just pick a couple of mutual funds you like, put money in there consistently, don't sell, and then one day, 5-10 years later, you've got all this money. It's really that straightforward. You'd be amazed at how simple stock market investing is. People get scared because they make it complicated. And the reason it gets made complicated is because people who don't understand the dynamics of how markets work, they make it sound complicated, I think, because they don't understand. Like, they don't know what I know. So some financial advisor maybe wants to impress you by using long, complicated words and everything else, and they get distracted by the minutia. When I think about stock market investing, there are a couple of simple theories that I pay attention to that guide most of my conversations. One is the efficient markets hypothesis. The other one's called the random walk hypothesis. And what basically these theories say is that you really can't predict what a stock's going to do, so stop trying. And number two, it says that if you are, if you are buying a stock at a certain price, chances are you're paying the price that stock is worth based on existing information. So what does that mean? That means that a monkey could invest in the stock market and make more money than a person who doesn't invest. Literally, a monkey could randomly pick stocks. Burton Malkiel did that experiment in 1971. He tested monkeys and he had monkeys invest, and the monkeys made as much money as the Wall Street experts. And people were like, oh my God, how can a monkey make more money than a person? Because the monkeys don't overthink it. The monkeys don't talk themselves out of it. The monkeys don't let fear guide their choices. They weren't even making a financial decision. They were just doing what their trainer told them to do. So just be as smart as the monkeys. That's it. Don't overthink it. Invest consistently. Don't let these little dips scare you. It's just QQQ. Alicia, I love QQQ. I own some of that. What's the name of the stock class that I can purchase? Let's see. Oh, yeah, drboycestockmarket.com. Now, Dr. Boyce Coin is our options certification program. We're starting that soon. We're going to do our first cohort. It's 12 weeks of stock options from A to Z. If you want to talk to someone, you got to apply for that because it's more for people that really want to go serious and really want to get certified in stock options. So if you want to learn stock options from A to Z, go to drboycecoin.com. Or you can also go to drboycestockmarket.com if you want to jump in our stock market program. It's really popular. All right. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to get on out of here. And thank you for hanging out with me late at night. I appreciate it. And, Kim, there is no hotel code for Miami. We found out that we cannot give a hotel discount in Miami. So I apologize for that. We talked to the hotel and they literally could not give that to us. So, yeah, so that's that. All right, so I'm going to get out of here, guys. So have a good night. God bless you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and listening. And again, don't forget this is on Spotify as well. So sometimes I put stuff on there. So follow me on Spotify. Without y'all like distributing my stuff, like no one would hear it. I'm totally I think I'm totally shadow banned like everywhere or something. I don't know. It's crazy when you have millions of followers and you have a hard time reaching them. That's literally my story on YouTube and stuff. Is like I have to build my own audience and reach out to you directly because for whatever reason the algorithm does not. It's like, yeah, we'll give you 500,000 subscribers, but we'll only message like 8 people or something, right? So it's it's really an uphill battle. But I think part of it's also because I have certain friends that were really controversial during the pandemic, and I'm not letting go of those friends. Like Rizza Islam's a friend of mine, and he came on and he talked about those vaccines and everything and what he thought about it. And I said, I know I'm going to get in trouble for this. I'm probably going to get shadow banned for this because they were shadow banning everybody, taking down platforms, all kinds of stuff if you didn't go along with Dr. Fauci. But I said, look, I don't know if you're right or wrong, but I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear every perspective because I think that this is important. I don't want to just hear what Big Pharma has to say. I want to hear what everybody has to say, right? And I also don't want to hear about how you can deal with an outbreak. I want to hear how you can prevent the pre-existing conditions that everybody's talking about. How come we don't talk about preventing health problems instead of like waiting till they get bad? That's capitalism for you. Capitalism, they will sell you the diabetes medication in the front of the store and then sell you they'll sell you the donuts in the front of the store and the diabetes medication in the back. Like they'll literally sell you stuff that'll make you sick and then sell you drugs that'll help you manage your sickness. So capitalism, unfortunately, in America is something that you want to disconnect from to a point, but you want to understand it well enough to go in and get yours and get out. Grab yours and bounce. That means get your bread, take care of your family, buy your real estate, buy your stocks, own your assets so you can liberate yourself so you don't have to go to the corporate plantation and all that stuff and then disconnect from that because capitalism is not a healthy thing. That's why America, in most studies, America is a country that actually has the highest incomes per capita, but the absolute worst mental and physical health on earth, like of industrialized countries. Our families are in shambles. Our physical health is garbage. Everybody's fat and getting sick. Our mental health is gone. Like especially these kids. Have anybody even noticed like how all the Gen Zs are like flaking out and freaking out over every little thing? Most of them have anxiety. It's like, what are you anxious about? You ain't gone through nothing, right? That's how I feel. I'm old school. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Get it together, man. But they're struggling. They're really struggling. So we gotta, I think you gotta fix that. We gotta address that, right? So because money ain't no fun if everything else in your life is falling apart. So that's why I encourage you to do, love each other, be good to yourself, be good to other people, make good friends, take care of your body, take care of your mind, and then go get that money so you can enjoy your life. How about that? Give me a yes in the chat if we're on the same page. Let me know if that's cool. All right. So let's see. Okay. So last question, does coin include buying and day trading stock options? I do not dig into the day trading stuff in coin. but I will show you everything you need to know if you want it to go in that direction, right? So I'm not really big into the day trading because that's not really my thing. That's not really something that consistently makes money, but you'll know enough such that if you want to go digging into day trading on stock options or swing trading or whatever you want to do, you'll be able to do that. So if you'd like to apply to coin, feel free to go to drboycecoin.com. The team's waiting. They'll talk to you about it. It has a little bit of a higher price point, so just be ready for that. But if you're interested and you're serious about it and you want to go deeper, it's 12 straight weeks. Once a week, we dig into options and I cover everything from A to Z. I think you guys will like it. So anyway, have a good day. God bless you. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.